Hi guys, we're live. I forgot to tell the crew that I was live. I'm sure they'll hear me and they're used to it. I'm actually on time today. I'm so proud of myself. I've stopped trying to be live at 5 o'clock because it's never going to happen. So I'm shooting for 5:30 and today it's 5:25. So I'm early. I have a little nugget. She's hanging out. She has been running around all day chasing people from office to office and being silly, and she is pooped out. So she is probably going to sleep the entire live. If you are new to following us, this is my new little puppy Monkey. We're not set on Monkey, but I'm pretty sure her name is going to be Monkey. I call her Keekers already. Keekers for Monkey-Keekers. Hello. Hello, Melissa. Yes, I can see you. I know, Pam. I'm early. I'm early. Okay, I'm bringing up comments over here so I can see you guys. Hello. Okay, so today we're going to do a super masterclass in water slides. I thought, you know what? We've got a lot of people joining us now that I'm going live on YouTube, and a lot of people that have never seen us and that do kind of need some basics. We also have some people who have been doing tumblers for years and won't touch water slide because they're too nervous or scared, or they've had issues, so they just given up. Oh, there's a new. Hello, Elizabeth. And see, there we go. Liz is new here. So I thought we'd go back to the basics. I've got 1, 2, 3 tumblers lined up for water slides. So we're going to do a super water slide class today. I know. Thank you, Veronica. I had a great time in California. My kids absolutely love going to see Grandma and Grandpa. And I get to actually like chill out because my parents like do the nighttime routine with them and have them for the day and stuff. So we didn't do anything exciting. Like we had dinner with my best friend and his wife. We had like parent time, but we laughed because we're like, here we are. We have no kids. And all we're doing is talking about our kids. But it's like, well, we don't have lives. All we do is kids. So that's really the only thing we have to talk about. Yes, printed vinyl and sticker paper are awesome. Oh, thank you guys. She is a teacup Yorkie. She might be a little bit bigger than a teacup, which I'm actually okay with. The owner, the breeder, I guess, said that she would be up to 4 pounds, and a teacup is about 3 pounds. So she could be a little bigger than a teacup. I think I would be terrified to have a teacup all the time. Like I'm very nervous with her because she's little. Everyone's got to be careful. I mean, Turbo, we already have to be careful with, but this one, we don't even let the Frenchies play with her because they can sit on her and hurt her. Oh, yes, Michelle, that is a really cool. I'm not actually going to be going over. Well, I guess I couldn't go over that today. Painting the water slide. We could paint a water slide. I don't know that I don't really have it set up to do. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some painting water slides tomorrow. It didn't take us past the basics for today. So today we're going to be doing water slides, and we're going to be actually working on tumblers. I've got a tumbler that we put the live mix number 2 on. We're going to be water sliding that. I've got a cup that we did on a live that I based with Julian. So I have a beautiful white tumbler. I have this tumbler. I actually started this tumbler when we were back in California, and look how totally appropriate it is for Halloween. It's got the orange. So this is Thomas and Perry. So I put glitter on sale today. There is some new stuff in today's deals. Some of it's I sorted to the top. Some of it's at the very back. Well, I got Turbo at 6 weeks, Sheil, and she is already 10 weeks. So, and Turbo's just over 4 pounds. So she might actually be the same size as Turbo ultimately. She's teensy-weensy. She is really tiny. I mean, she's as big as my hand. She's this big, tip to tail. She's tiny. Hi, Stephanie Bailey. Hi, Judy. Hi, Amanda. Hi, guys, as you pop on. So how long do you wait for them to dry before you spray paint? It totally varies. I actually put mine in front of a fan. So in front of a fan, I would say a couple hours to be safe. Probably only needs about 30 minutes, but it's always better safe than sorry when it comes to epoxy because it's such a drag to strip. Or if you get fish eyes because of the moisture, or you get soft spots because of the moisture. So it's like, put it in front of a fan, go do your dishes, do some laundry, come back. Yes, you can use your hair dryer to dry them. Yes, there is ways to dry it faster, obviously, but sometimes I need to be like set it and forget it, like put it in front of the fan, go do 9 other things, make my decals, prep my stuff. So yes, they're very expensive. Sorry, somebody's asking about the cost of her. They're very expensive. I've been trying to find a female mini Yorkie for about 2 years. I'm going to tuck her in there. Her head's getting a little floppy. I've been looking for one for 2 years since I've got Turbo. I want to get a little female. So, and they're really hard to get a hold of. Okay, so I've got my bucket of water set and ready to go. I am going to actually even take you guys out. We're going to go on a field trip today. I have my selfie stick ready, and I'm going to actually spray water slides with you guys today so you can see what I do. Now, you're going to get a lot of people who are going to, when you ask questions about it, everybody has their way of doing this. Everybody has the products they like to use and things. So I'm going to give you my preference, and then I'm also going to tell you what other people do. Because what other people do isn't wrong. It's just different than what I do, but it still works for them. It is a kind of find your niche of what works for you and stick with that. So a lot of people, you're going to hear a lot of people talk about a product called Plasti-Dip. Plasti-Dip is like a thick spray paint. It is like a really heavy, Plasti-Dip, it's like it's supposed to be akin to like dipping something in plastic and then like liquid plastic and then you have it. Now, Plasti-Dip is expensive. So that's why I avoid it. You know me, guys. I am frugal as all get out, especially if I have a way that doesn't cost so much and that's cheaper. So if there's a way to do it that's cheaper and just as effective, I'm going to go that route. So Plasti-Dip works. It is a great product. I have used it, but it's expensive. It's like $9 a can as opposed to like $4 a can for spray paint. And there's actually more in a can of spray paint than in Plasti-Dip. Julia, you're going to use, I know, well, it's girl, I'm going to be using multiple, girl, just stick your little face in there. I'm going to be using multiple, water slides on each tumbler. So we've got one tumbler where you're going to be using, so I'm using all the new water slides that just went on the website yesterday. No, I do. Sorry, somebody's asking if I do a live mix on every live. I do not. I do them every Wednesday. So if you want to grab next Wednesday's live mix, because they sell out in like an hour, jump on my lives on Wednesday. They do go on sale. The live mix actually goes on pre-sale because there's a lot of you crazy yahoos that will buy it without even seeing me mix it yet, because you have a lot of faith in me. So it will go on sale between 3 and 4 o'clock ish as soon as we can get it prepped. But there's no picture of it. You guys are literally blind buying it. We put a picture of the jars that I'm going to mix together so you can kind of get an idea of like the theme of color, but it's not mixed together because I mix it live and I kind of add a little mix, add a little. This last one, I just added a whole bunch of stuff and I didn't have to tweak it. I looked gorgeous. But I do those on Wednesdays. So the live mixes are on Wednesdays. I'm live by 5:30. I do live mixes that day. So those are your live mix days. Is there an advantage for water slides? Yes. So water slides, there is an advantage to water slides. Water slides are when you want almost more of like a vintage look, or a more subtle look. If you want to have it like harsh, like straight hard, that's not a good word. You can use a clear printable vinyl, and that is going to, well, that's going to be similar. Clear printable vinyl and water slide are very similar. What would be the benefit of using one over the other? Water slide will conform to the shape of your cup easier. And if it's over a curve, it's easier in the spots like this. If I was to do this on a curve, you can actually like cut slits and the water slide can overlap itself as you curve it, as opposed to with a decal sticker, you cannot do that. So the water slide are going to go over a curve a little bit easier. So like if I was to do this tumbler and want the water slide to come all the way down onto the curve, clear decal paper is actually going to be a little bit more of a saturated color. If you want to use water, I just prefer water slides. I used to prefer clear printable vinyl, and that we carry it because of that. And you guys love the clear printable vinyl. I have leaned more towards water slides. I find them easier to work with. I like working with water slides. And I'm going to show you some of the tricks to and from with the water slide. Is there a difference? I don't know that there's, I wouldn't say one is more beneficial than the other. It's going to be your preference on what you like working with, whether you're more comfortable with the sticker paper or more comfortable with the water slide paper. Like I said, I used to be all sticker paper, got comfortable with water slides, and now I'm all water slides. Yeah, so this, because it's clear, it's going to take on the colors, and it's more clear vinyl is thicker. So if you struggle getting a water slide applied, you're probably going to do better with the clear sticker paper because it's thicker and it's easier to like pick up the sticker and place the sticker, as opposed to this gets a little floppy and flimsy. But again, the floppy and flimsy comes in handy when you're going over a curve and stuff. Well, Megan, if you Google water slide on YouTube, you get a whole bunch of, well, you might get the same thing, girl. Got a water slide decals. Temporary tattoo paper. Yes, it's, to me, temporary paper is more expensive, and it's the same as water slides. So, it's essentially the same concept of water slide. Some people are like, it's easier to apply. I find it to be exactly the same because of the way I seal these. So, the way I seal these makes these like temporary tattoo paper. It's got the same textural consistency of a tattoo paper. I just prefer it. I think this is easier to work with. Our website address. Oh no, that's okay, Leslie. Don't ever worry about asking questions. And if I don't catch your guys' questions, my moderators are up in the comments helping answer questions as well. The website is LittleLeeandRose.com, and you can see in the corner of the screen while I'm live here, it says the name LittleLee and Rose. You just add a .com. And that is our website. So check under today's deals. You're going to see all the water slides that I use under today's deals. There's also a new mold on there. Hint, hint. It's one that sells out every time we get it. So there's 50 of them up there. I put a bunch of mica bundles on sale, the fall colored mica bundles today. I put a couple bundles on super sale, like spectacular style sale, like crazy sale. There's only a few of each one. I put glitter on sale today, the glitter that I'm using. I mean, I'm going to be showing you the cup with the live mix on it that we are sold out of, so there's none extra of that. But Julian, Thomas, which is this beautiful orange, and Perry, which is the chunky glitter on here. Sorry, I baby wiped these down earlier. But like I said, I glittered this tumbler when we were in California. So it's been sitting in the warehouse for a minute, so I cleaned it off because I was just hunting for something. I was hunting for stuff to put water slides on. So it's really personal preference between the sticker paper and the water slide paper, and they would actually, in my mind, kind of be for different uses. When I think of sticker paper, what I think of doing is using like regular white printable vinyl. Couldn't think of that for the life of me. Regular white printable vinyl for like the body of a Pegasus, and then make the wings out of the clear vinyl and just print wings onto the clear vinyl. So it's kind of like magical, like see-through, but they're like a solid piece, and it lays right in place and attaches to that. And it's like we want to be able to place that directly down. Now you can do that with water slide, but in my brain, it's going to be a lot easier to make that wing and place it. If you did the outline shape in vinyl and then laid the inlay shape of like the feathers on the wings, so they're real subtle and kind of transparent, translucent, down over the outer line. So that inner inset would be in the clear sticker paper, the clear printable vinyl on the website. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so let's jump in. Does anybody, let's see, are you using a laser or inkjet printer? Am I using a laser or inkjet printer? I prefer inkjet. I've got laser here. We've got inkjet here. I 100% prefer the print quality of the inkjet. And that's why when you order water slides from us, they're all inkjet printed because it gets a more crisp, clear, saturated image through the inkjet. And you just need to seal them. We seal them before we send them out. So, but if you buy them from us, we always say add one more seal coat just for safekeepings, because we always say better safe than sorry. So add one coat of clear spray paint over the top and then use it. But we do seal them before they leave the warehouse. But just to make sure it doesn't get, goo up on you or lose the color, just add one little coat of clear coat spray paint, which we all have because we use them to seal our tumblers. To just ensure that it is coated. So, hey, Alyssa. When you get a second, come on in here. That's my air cone knocking on the wall. I just yell at Christina through the air conditioner and I just knock on her wall. Yeah, so I use inkjet. I prefer inkjet, but you can use laser. If you get laser water slide paper, you can feel the difference between these two. I just want you to feel. This is the one I did.
Oh yeah.
Same spray paint.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's same can. I just used the one that was back there.
Okay, we'll spray more.
Let's see. Do you have a code for the epoxy turner? I'm not sure what you mean. It doesn't take a code to work. Are you looking, you mean for like a coupon code? No, we do not have a coupon code. Right. We do have them, but not currently. We put them out for like sales and stuff. She's no longer decorated with Dave. So if you're having an issue with the register lines for your Cricut reading, that's actually that does kind of go along with this, because if you're using white water slide paper, the trick to that is what's happening is it's the glossiness of the paper. It's reflecting the light off of that line. If you take a matte clear tape, like Scotch tape in matte finish, and you put strips over the white line, over the black lines, make sure it's pressed and rubbed down really well, it will read those registration lines. So that's a little trick to, if you can't get your Cricut to read the registration lines around the outside of the printable vinyl, just put a little strip of matte clear Scotch tape. And it takes that glare off, and then it can read the line. But you got to make sure it's pressed down. You can't just stick it. You got to rub it down real good, burnish it down. Oh, you lost your mixer stirring things. So the little mixer stirring things can easily be replaced with a large fishing weight. So they have the long oval shaped fishing weights. You can just plop one down in there. Really all it does is just kind of like it's like a cement mixer in there. And that's just to kind of give some resistance and kind of be like a little stirring spoon. That's kind of what that, the thing that I created, the weight, the pin and the weight. Oh, has Hobby Lobby knocked off my mixer now? Hobby Lobby, no joke. Hobby Lobby knocked off my turner. Pants Wales. I designed that turner. It took me like 6 months to design that turner with an engineer. And then after it was out for about a year, Hobby Lobby knocked it off. I should have patented it, but I'm not that person. I'm not hoity-toity. I'm going to Pants Wales the heck out of myself. If you guys know what Pants Wales is, it means like we're praising. It means it's like our code word for I'm praising myself. No, I don't know what the owl house is. Pam, we use, that's a better question for Christina. I think it's a Canon. Epson or Canon. I originally bought them, but I don't remember what they are anymore. I don't deal with them anymore. So for some reason, my comments aren't working over here. I'm trying to catch the comments here, you guys, but they go by so fast. No, I didn't patent it. I don't do patents. There's a couple reasons I don't do patents. One, because I'm never going to have the money to back it up. Like, I can get patents. I can get patents. You just apply for them, and they're like $800 a piece. But if you don't have the money to then legally go after somebody for using it or whatever, then it doesn't mean anything. Like, I don't have money. I don't have money to go after people. So if they want to figure it out, it is what it is. I do fine. So no, I don't have patents. We get asked about it all the time. We talk about it once in a while, but like there's a tumbler company that's like, I got the patents on these tumblers. I'm like, I mean, that's not hard to do. I don't, like they were bragging about it like it was some big thing. I'm like, I mean, I could patent my epoxy. I can patent the glitter, each brand, the style of glitter that I make. So. No, I wouldn't have the money if I was after the right person. Because if I was after the right person, they probably have a lot more money than I do, and they can probably grind me into the ground with legal fees. So no, I do not have the money to go. So like this with Hobby Lobby, there's no way I would ever have the money for legal fees to fight Hobby Lobby over a patent because it's very expensive for legal fees. Trust me, I know. Because when people talk garbage and there's just stupid stuff that goes on, we take it to a lawyer, and just having that like consult is like $500, and that's for like 30 minutes for them to read over whatever it is and say file. They basically just say whatever, this is actionable, keep it in a file for a rainy day. Costs money. So no, I do not have money to ever sue anybody. Doesn't matter how big they are. The bigger they are, the harder it is to sue. Yes, Kim, but they don't care. I haven't manufactured in China. I'm not going to sue China. Thank you. Yes, and it is different. Theirs is different. They took the same style. It looks very similar to mine. It's not the same motor. Yeah, basically, Sheil. Yeah. But so there's a company that's like, we patent this style of tumbler. I'm like, I mean, cool. Okay, anyway, we're talking about, sorry, you guys get me off track. You guys with your questions and craziness. Yeah, they stole the mixer. They stole my turner. I don't know that they stole my mixer. I haven't actually seen that. I haven't been in a Hobby Lobby since Chris Fields was here. And even then, I wasn't looking at that. They stole my mixer, my turner, my epoxy turners. They stole the design from me. Like there's a gajillion turners out there, but that one was specifically mine. And the manufacturer told me that they would not sell the design to anybody else. And then they did. I mean, you throw enough money at somebody, they're going to do it. And it's not like I'm big enough to be like, oh, I'm going to buy 20,000 turners. Like, and then Hobby Lobby comes in and is like, oh, I like that one. We'll sell that we'll take 50,000, please. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I know it's happening. It's been happening for over a year. I'm very well aware of it. But it's not mine. Anywho. No, Kim, but it's the same design. Sorry, the comments go by so fast here, I can't see them. Okay, so let's get crack-a-lackin'. We are going to, let's start with tumbler. Well, let's go do a spraying. So what I got, you guys are getting me super off track. Let's divert back. I apologize. So anybody who's watching this live, I am so sorry at this point. I got way laid off track. I want to stay kind of focused on the water slides today. We got off track with the patents and the designs and stuff. I don't normally engage in even talking about it because it's not worth my breath. Sorry. And it's old news that they're copying my stuff. Okay. So water slides. You can use Plasti Dip. A lot of people are going to tell you to use matte finish spray paint, Plasti Dip, matte finish spray paint, and layer and all this stuff. I'm telling you, I have been doing this for years. You don't need all that expensiveness. All you need is Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. Gloss is important. Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. There's going to be people that tell you matte. There's going to be people that tell you there's going to be people that tell you Plasti Dip. The matte finish is wrong. Straight up, it's wrong. They don't know what they're doing, and they've never done it the right way, and they're teaching you the wrong way. I don't normally say that, but it's straight up wrong. Do not use matte finish. And they say, oh, matte finish, because you use matte finish on other things. The matte finish will make the image crack. It's like a brittle. It's like brittle. Just imagine like dry skin is matte finish. Glossy is glowy, dewy skin, which is more pliable and supple. Same with paint. It's the same concept. Glossy is more flexible, movable, bendable, pushable without cracking through the image. When you use matte finish, it is so hard to apply. You add a whole new level of difficulty to your water slide. Preach, sister. Oh, girl, I love you, Melissa. It has to be gloss. You can get away with satin, but again, you're putting yourself into that gray area where you're going to struggle. So if you have struggled with water slides, think about if you use matte finish spray paint, because you probably did. If you get an image with cracking on your image, or the image pulling apart, which we call cracking, or separating, that's cracking, and that's happening because it's matte finish. You can actually see on my decal, see how shiny that is? This has 3 coats of glossy spray, Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. I thought I had one in here. Oh, that's right. I'm going to grab it when we go back there. So we're going to go back and spray. I'm going to show you what I do. That's all you need. You don't need Plasti Dip. You don't need matte finish. You want Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. And you will see when I apply these, they come off like a thick film. They're not gooey or gummy. They come out real nice. You can actually lift it up and move it on the tumbler. You can mess with it. They're so easy to work with when you use this glossy spray paint. Yes, Sheil, off to the shop. I love that you guys call it the shop. Off to the shop. So I have these here. These need another coat. So I wanted to show you guys. So these have 2 coats of spray paint on them. We're going to go out and do one more, mainly just because I wanted to show you. Oh, shoot. I mixed them all up. Okay, we're going to go and we're going to do it. Oh. She's like passed out in my lap. Thank you, Mary. Yes, our website is LittleLeeandRose.com. You can buy these decals individually. The water slides are sold individually on our website. Like I said, they do come pre-sealed, but you always say add one more coat before you cut it and apply it. Just one more coat just to make sure that anything hasn't rubbed off in shipping or anything to protect that image for you. And so we have all of our water slides on sale for $3. The normal $4.50. There's a bunch of new ones in today's deals. That's where you're going to find all the new ones. But if you also want to look through all of our water slides, we have a huge, huge library of water slides. Just look under decals. Okay. You're going to find all the water slides under decals. The new ones that we just launched yesterday are under today's deals. So, all right, let's go. Oh, I don't know. This little monkey's adorable. Here we go. My selfie stick. All right, we're gonna go on a field trip. So if you're not used to me, I have a huge warehouse. We spray paint in the back with the open door. And put monkey down. There you go, Bubba. Okay. Here we go. Here, Turbo. Wait, take Turbo for just a sec so he doesn't go out the door. All right, here we go. So this is the warehouse. This is where the magic happens. There's our wall of unpacked glitter. See, there's the camera. There's our rack of all the glitter that just came in off the truck. It's waiting to be mixed. All right, so it's a little dark in this corner. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna set you guys up here. Sorry. I'm sorry. You guys know the field trips require you to get a little motion sick. Oh, that did not work. Stick, engage. Well, I thought the selfie stick was going to be helpful. So far, it's not. Okay. There we go. Okay. So we have this little baker's rack thing that we set up here, and we use clothespins. We don't spray them individually. We spray a full sheet at a time, and we just pin our decals up. Oh, I'm going to be giving some away today. We've got prizes today, guys. Good prizes. Because some of them, you got a little dent and ding. This one's a dent and ding because it cut off half the flower. So I'm going to use these on my tumbler, the dent and ding ones, and I'm going to be giving away the good ones. So we're going to have prizes. There's planned prizes for today. Plus, I got a whole bunch of really cute test water slides. I'm going to bundle them up and give them away as a little bundle of water slides. Little testers. If you are new to the website and you've never shopped our website before, it's LittleLeeandRose.com. And every single order that you place on the website, you can add a free test water slide. So on the website, use the search bar and type in free, and a little free test water slide will pop up, and you can add one to every single order that you place with us. And the test water slides are like little mini water slides, little mini versions of the water slides, and they're just fun. And you never know what you're going to get. So these were the ones that came back here and sprayed earlier. These are the ones that are going to go on my orange cup. I'm going to make it with the triplets. These got 3 little gnomes on each image. This is a little 3 gnome pumpkin, 3 little gnomes, and I have triplets. So if you guys don't know that, I have triplets. So I'm like, oh, those are freaking cute. Okay, so I take this is the spray paint that I use, Rust-Oleum Ultra Clear Gloss. It's like $4 a can, $3.48 I believe a can. So it's really inexpensive. And again, remember that these have been sprayed already twice, but I'm going to show you guys 2 more. Wow, my booty looks funny in this. Oh, sorry. I don't normally see my butt on camera, just my face, and I'm used to my face. Okay, so we're going to spray in one angle, a good solid spray. Okay, normally I just let that sit for a minute, and then I'm going to go back through and add another coat. So I sprayed all in one direction, and then I'll go back and from the opposite direction, change angles. Aren't they so cute? Yeah, gnomes, I'm loving the gnomes. We have a gigantic fan going back here. We have a super-sized fan in the warehouse. Can you guys see it? The monster fan on the ground down there to help ventilate out all the spray paint. So I'm going to bring you guys in close here. So you can see now they're really shiny. Whoops, where's the freaking camera? There we go. little bit. These already have a couple layers. All right, so there we go. I didn't really need to do the second coat, but we did it. Okay, so let's go back in. I'm gonna leave those to dry. Hello. 3 times. We do 3 coats. One direction, second direction, then back to the first direction. And we let them dry completely in between each coat. That one I was cheating. That's why I didn't really do a hard second coat. So that is going to give you this super shiny surface. Okay. So now let's apply some water slides. I'm going to show you what that clear spray paint does. Also, I don't know if you've tried our water slide paper on our website. Our water slide paper is superior. Oh, hi, buddy. Oh, Turbo's in the floor. Okay, back in. So she might end up getting called Tinkerbell because her feet are always covered in glitter. I pick her up and then my boobs are all covered in glitter. She's right there. She was sleeping in my lap earlier. Because her little feet are always covered in glitter. So when you pick her up, it looks like little fairy dust coming off of her feet. And now my décolleté is all covered in glitter. Yes, our water slide paper is the bomb. It is, again, developed by me with a company. And so I've got my bucket of water. Okay. I need a pair of scissors. Got my craft scissors. I am going to be using our LittleLee and Rose crafting scissors. These are on the website under tools. These things are amazing. When you spray paint, if you spray paint it just like this, here's a problem that a lot of people forget. Is a lot of people don't realize, oh, look, she's a little rascal. She's crawling right out. What are you doing? Oh, you can't eat that. Okay. Is if you take this square and you spray paint this square, you have to then go in and trim around the edges. If you don't, these edges have now been sealed down with spray paint. So when you go to put it into the water, it will feel like the thing should be moving off, but it doesn't come off. And that's because the spray paint and the paper backing have fused together. So you have to retrim the edges. So go back in and take your little scissors. I love these scissors. They're so sharp and nice. And you don't even have to go far. You can make literally the tiniest little sliver off the edge, but really it's just to give you, to separate that space all around the edge. So that way the edge is free and clear. So when we dunk it in the water, it's going to be able to release off that edge. Okay. So I'm going to pre-trim. Well, see, that's why I don't want to call her Tinkerbell, because I know there's a bajillion little tiny dogs named Tinkerbell. I mean, how many little dogs are named Monkey? It takes me a while to name my dogs. It took me like 4 months to name Turbo. And I'm going to do the same with the spider webs. I almost called this skull. This is not a skull. This is a spider web. So we're just trimming around all these decals. Okay. So these are all water slides that are on the website. So if you're loving the water slide situation, you can grab these on the website. Now I'm going to cut along this, and I'm going to turn this one spider web into 2 spider webs, 2 spider web pieces. Sure. Okay, so we're gonna do the orange tumbler first. Yes, you can. You add a water slide to a smooth piece of vinyl. Yes, you sure can. Yes, we sell full sheets of water. Like we sell the water slide paper itself, and then we also sell the pre-printed water slides because not everybody has a nice printer, or not everybody wants to buy, because the printer has to be a really nice printer to get good quality, and so not everybody has a really nice printer or has or wants to buy the whole setup to do water slides. And sometimes even when you do have the setup, we still have some water slides that you can't get anywhere else, or you couldn't find that image. So you're like, and our water slides are really inexpensive. So it's like, I'll just grab that one because it's so freaking cute. So there's a whole lot of differences here. So you can buy the sheets and print it yourself, or you can buy sheets and print it yourself, or buy the paper, pre-printed water slides. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first water slide. There's 2 ways to apply a water slide. Again, it's down to personal preference. The water needs to be cool room temperature. You do not want to use warm water. If you use warm water, you can turn the water slide into like gooey. So you want it actually like room temperature or cool water. Like this is just room temperature. You're going to put it in there. It's going to curl up. See, it goes into a curled ball. Don't even stress about it. You're like, oh my gosh, I got to lay it flat. No, don't even fuss about it. It's going to be fine. Just let it chill in there for a minute. Oh yeah, my little bucket. It's a little Easter basket bucket. So you're going to let it sit for like 90 seconds-ish. Yeah, so you don't want warm water because it will get gooey, but then you can just take it and you can feel if there's any give in the water slide. And so this one has a little bit of give. I'm not trying to completely slide the water slide off. I'm just trying to see if I can feel it move on that paper, and I can. So I do want to show you guys something. Our water slide paper, when you use the clear gloss, now this is not all water slide paper, but when you use our water slide paper and you use clear gloss, you can actually pull the water slide paper away from the decal and place it. Now, I don't recommend this, but you can do it. And really what the bonus of that is that if you accidentally lay it down in the wrong spot, you can lift it back up. But that's what that clear gloss spray paint does for you, is it makes it like a very thin film. So I got it a little too, well, it's not too high. It is crooked though. So I'm going to just carefully lift. See, I just pushed the corner up, pull it up. It was just a touch crooked. I pulled it down a little bit farther. So now it is going on the curve just a little bit. Lay down the center, go down the center to push it down so that it doesn't wrinkle on me. And then slowly mark my way out. You can use one of our silicone applicator brushes here to push the water out. Add a little bit more water, keep it slippery. Anywhere you can feel a crinkle or a wrinkle, just push that little air bubble out. Okay, so that's how freaking easy our water slide paper is. If you get a water slide from us and it does not do that, it probably wasn't sealed properly. We're very careful to seal them properly, but you want to make sure, like I said, you want to add one more coat. We only ever use Rust-Oleum clear gloss. So you want to add one more coat of the spray paint over the top just in case, because we put these inside the pamphlets, but sometimes they rub a little bit. So you want to make sure you got a really good seal on it. And there is the decal on the tumbler. So that is just showing you the versatility and how easy these are to work with. Now I'm going to show you how to make that even easier, what we just did. So now we're going to apply the second one. I'm going to lay that down, and we're going to do the spider web. I'm going to put the spider web right here. So I'm going to stick that in the water. What mold is that? Oh, this is the feather mold. This is the brand new mold that's on the website. It's a feather dish. It's like a little earring or jewelry dish. It's a feather. Isn't it gorgeous? It is under today's deals. We just got them in. I put them up on the website. There's only 50 of these, and we sell out of them every time we get them. So FYI, I snuck those up on the website today. Oh, you're very welcome, Teresa. So yes, so that is how the clear gloss works. If you don't clear gloss it, it won't pick up and lift like that. That's the 3 coats of spray paint that makes it so you can lift it up and move it like that. Now I'm going to show you how to apply it face down. So when I actually started teaching this for tumblers, there was only like 2 other people even touching the field of working with tumblers. It's back, Ange. Yes, it's back. It's kind of snuck it up on there. So there was very few people teaching tumblers. And I learned how to do a water slide actually at a hobby show. And there was a guy doing model cars, little tiny cars. And I watched him take the decal and slip it. And I'm like, what was that? And he explained to me what it was. And that's how I learned what a water slide was and how to apply it. So I learned this from the car modeling industry. And this is how they applied it. And when I did this and I taught this, I'm not kidding. I caught so much hate from other creators saying, that's not right. You're blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, it's right because I do it all the time and it works beautifully and I have 0 issues. So just because it's not how you do it doesn't mean it's wrong. And now the funny thing is now everybody teaches it this way. So I'm like, pants whales on that one. But you are going to take this and I'm going to put it right down here. I'm putting it face down. Okay. Face down, press and slide. Just like that. Then just like the other one, you're going to go in and push any bubbles out. I got a little far away from the edge, so I'm going to lift it and move it a little. So if you just saw what I just did, I added just a touch of water underneath it, and that's going to make it slippery so that I can move it around a little. If you don't add the water to move it, you actually have to lift it up. But if you add the couple drips of water, so okay, let me back up. I'm sorry, I skipped a step. When you do the face down method with our water slide paper, you don't want water down first. You want the tumbler just dry surface. Press it face down, slide it away. If you add water and you slide, it won't slide off. It's going to slip and stay stuck to the paper. It needs a little bit of traction on that dry tumbler to slide away. Okay. Then then you put out you get rid of all the bubbles. If it's in the wrong spot, you still lift up the edge, pull it up. You can put a couple drips down, lay it back down, and you can still wobble it around for a minute. It will dry quickly, so you only get a second to mess with it. But you can see that it then lays down very, very well. So that is the face down method. Now, that method will work for all water slides, any paper, to lay it down and slide it away. Some papers you have to wet the surface for. Ours, you do not wet the surface for. So that's why I say I teach for our water slide paper, but if you're using another one, it's going to be based off of that manufacturer. And I was just about to say that, Tish. The only trouble you're going to face when you come into laying it face down is if you are printing an image with words on it and you want to apply it face down, you have to flip the image. You have to reverse your image so that it's backward. When you look at it on the paper, it's actually going to be backwards. And then you're going to put it face down, slide away, and then it will be facing the right way. So if you're using words, and you're going to place it on face down, you have to reverse the image. So now I'm going to do the exact same decal. We're going to come over here. We're going to do another and I'm going to show it to you face up. So that was putting it face down and sliding. And now I'm going to show you the face up. So I'm going to be even touching on even more advanced stuff coming here as we go. So if you are learning, I hope you guys are learning some good stuff today. I've got even more little tips and tricks about water slides coming. What colors on this tumbler? It's actually on sale. The colors on this tumbler are Bo is on the top. He's our #1 selling white. You guys know and love Bo. And then this is Thomas and Perry on here. And those are, I put them on sale in today's deals on the website, LittleLeeandRose.com. The glitters, Thomas and Perry are both on sale today. Oh, you're welcome, Annette. Oh my gosh, Annette, your little, your necklace charm is so pretty. It's so pretty, Annette. It's going to be worth the wait. Is it easier to apply face down? Yes, Jennifer, it is a million times easier to apply it face down. The trick is, though, remembering to reverse your image. How long have I used this particular type of water slide? Over 2 years, Dar. I've used this water slide for over 2 years. So I'm very, very comfortable with it. All right, so now we're going to pull that out. And with other water slide papers, if you leave it in the water too long, it starts disintegrating. With our paper, as long as you use the clear coat spray paint, the gloss clear coat spray paint, it's not going to disintegrate on you. All right, so for this one, we're going to now apply it face up. What you then do is take the image, slide it a little bit. You're going to get a little tiny lip. See the little tiny lip poking off? You're going to place that onto the tumbler. You're going to hold the lip. I use my tweezers usually. I don't have them right here though. And you're going to grab that little piece that was showing out, and you're going to slide that underneath. Now, this is the most common way of doing these. This is going to be the way you see if you look at YouTube's. That's going to be how they generally teach how to do this. Also, little side note, you can also use the paper, the slimy side of the paper, to help push air bubbles out. Little area right there where it's overlapping. Okay. Done. Perfect. Easy. So all you do with that one is you reveal just a smidgen, a little smidge edge of it, just enough to like stick your hand down or your finger down and hold it, and then take the little piece and slide it out. And it's going to be kind of a little bit wrinkly, and then you just either dip your fingers in and smooth it out, or take the slippery side of the paper and smooth it out, or a silicone tool and slide it out and get all those wrinkles and the air bubbles out. Hi, Tony. We are doing water slides today. So this is the tumbler so far. How freaking cute. This is a tumbler that I started actually when we still lived or worked in California. Oh, that's going to make me nuts. That decal is off center from the other decal. Hold on. Here we go again. Lifting up. Here Summer goes again. Lifting up water slides. So I'm going to lift up this water slide. Shoot. We'll lift up that corner of the water slide. Get a couple drips of water on my hand so we can slide it around a little. Move it a little closer because it was uneven. Like this side was farther away from the car, so I just lifted it back up. Put it a little closer to the truck, laid it back down, slide it up just a pinch. Perfect. So this is going to probably end up being my holiday personal cup because it's got the triplets. Look, guys, it's got triplets and a truck. Triplets in a truck. Halloween triplets. Happy Halloween. And then we're going to just gently place it on this little rack here. See some little bubbles getting them out there. Okay, now we got our third one. This is going to go right here. So we're going to place it in there. Thank you, Annette. I'm making you nervous, Jennifer, doing this, lifting it up. Girl, you don't have anything to worry about. If you are using our water slide paper and you are spraying it three coats, dry it in between, like one coat, let it dry, one coat, let it dry, one coat, let it dry. With the clear gloss Rust-Oleum spray paint, you're going to have no issues. So yes, Dar, so you can apply the water slide from any side of the paper. If you were trying to use the water slide, though, to put on a ceramic plate that is not going to be coated with epoxy, if you're not going to be coating over the top of this one, you want to do it face up and apply the back to the back, like the back of the decal to the back of the cup, because there is an adhesive on the back side. So if you're going to, you can actually, I don't know if you guys all know this, but water slide is actually meant to be baked onto a surface. So you would put it on like a ceramic plate and then bake it, and it bakes onto the surface and becomes like permanent on the surface. I mean, it can still be scratched off, like it's a hand wash item, but you can't bake tumblers and or epoxy. Do not put epoxy in your oven to bake ever. Well, it's so toxic. Don't do that. So if you're going to bake it, you want the stickiness, because we are essentially covering the glue on this side of the decal with spray adhesive, so it won't stay permanently without the covering. But because we're covering it with epoxy in this application, it doesn't matter whether we apply it face down or face up, because regardless, it's going to dry, and then we're going to put epoxy over the top. Now, we're going to get to the next step with sealing our tumbler. So now I can actually put this face down, make sure it's centered. Press and slide. So you're going to see what I mean when I say it's on the curve, because we're now getting down into that curved portion down here. So we're going to work from the curved portion and work our way up. Okay. So we're going to slowly work the wrinkles out, working from the bottom where the curved surface is, and working our way up the tumbler, slowly pressing and pulling. I love our water slide. It's been a minute since I did this many water slides in one sitting. It's reaffirming to me how awesome our water slide paper is. So as we come up here, we're just, again, slowly pushing those wrinkles out, working our way up, pushing those wrinkles out. See, even there, I folded it over. No big deal, just unfold it. There's a little teeny bit too much water slide up here. I'm just going to trim it off with my little craft scissors. So it doesn't go over the lip. Okay. Slimy side. Oop, there's a bubble right there. Okay, just work those wrinkles out, work those bubbles out. And there we go. Easy peasy. And you can see I'm rubbing it, I'm working on it, I'm moving it around, I'm tweaking with it. Did I just put that on crooked? No. And that does not damage the water slide at all, because it's very hardy water slide. And then you add those 3 coats of clear coat spray paint over the top, and those are going to protect it even more and make it so much more pliable and workable. And so there we go. There's my little holiday cup we just made me. Okay, so I'm going to dry that off. I'm just thinking there's a piece of me that wants to put more spider webs on. Nah. There's a piece of me that wants to add more spider webs. Little piece, little piece. Tish. I've had a lot of practice, and I'm trying to teach you guys all my tricks. I mean, how many of you knew, guys, to grab the slimy part of the paper and use it to rub out the bubbles? I hope that helps. So there's my, so if you all don't know this, if you're just new to following me, I have triplet 5-year-old girls, LittleLee and Rose. Their middle names are LittleLee and Rose. That's how the name of the company came about. And so this is going to be my little personal Halloween cup. But you can see how much I worked and messed with these tumblers, and we got this beautiful thing. Beautiful tumbler. So now I will stick this in front of a fan. Well, let's be honest, I'm not actually going to stick it in front of a fan today. But if I was crafting at home, then I would stick that in front of a fan. I would do the other cups and then come back to that in a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to do a different style. We're going to change it up a little bit, and I want to teach you a trick. So a lot of people say, I'm working on my tumbler, I put my decal down, and you can see the outer edge of the water slide. You can see the outline of the water slide, and it's glossy everywhere, and the water slide looks rough. It looks matte finish. So what's happened there is they have sanded their tumbler to get it smooth, and then they laid their water slide right on top of that sanded surface. And what's happened is the clear water slide is showing through the matte of the sanding is now showing through the clear water slide. And so the water slide has covered up that matte, but the matte finish of the sanded part is still behind that water slide. And then when you put the next coat of epoxy over, the sanded finishes get smooth and shiny again because the epoxy touches them. But what is behind that water slide does not touch the epoxy because it's behind the water slide. And so it looks rough. So I don't have a dust mask on me, so I'm going to turn on my vent fan. Don't ever sand epoxy without a dust mask on. The only reason I'm able to do it is because I have that ventilation fan that's going to suck this stuff right out of the way. You don't want to inhale epoxy, sanded off epoxy. I usually have a dust mask sitting here. It's missing. So we're going to sand this tumbler. So this tumbler is not quite ready for water slides because it has a little bumpy up here. This is just another tumbler that I actually did on the live with you guys. This glitter color is Julian, Julian, Julian. It's on sale. Again, I put it on sale. It's under today's deals. It's a white, gorgeous white chameleon glitter, but it has rough around the edges, a few little bumpies up on here, and rough around the top because it actually has one coat of epoxy over it. So it needs just very gentle sanding. Now, when you're sanding on glitter, I actually don't recommend sanding until you have 2 coats of epoxy on your tumbler. I'm being brave because one, I do this a lot, and I'm very comfortable with my sanding skill. But if you are not comfortable sanding or you're kind of new, you do not want to sand until you've got 2 coats of epoxy because the epoxy is so thin that you can sand through it. You sand through the layer of epoxy to the sand right on through the glitter, and you sand your glitter and take away the shine. So what I say is sand to it, not through it. Sand to the glitter, but not through the glitter. So you want to sand just gently on the surface. But I wanted to show you guys this technique of how you combat if you've sanded your tumbler and you don't want to put another layer of epoxy down before you lay your decal. I wanted to teach you guys this, and this is the only tumbler I had around that I had available to sand. Yes, Robin, I am. You probably have Julian. There's Julien and there's Julian. There's 2 different Julians. So polyester glitter, some of it is silver core, and some of them polyester glitter can be fully silver core, and external color, and some of it is solid color. We do solid color, but you can so when you sand it, I teach the silver thing because people use Walmart craft glitter, and they will sand it and it will go through. But even some polyester metallics will sand down to the silver. Yes, the spider webs are on the website. You can find the decal under today's deals on LittleLeeandRose.com. All right, so I'm going to sand this top edge just gently. So I'm just going to feel it. So I'm using 220 grit sandpaper. I prefer 220 grit because it's not so strong. It's not so gritty that it will just rip through the epoxy. It takes a little elbow grease, but that way it also makes it so you're not going to screw up as fast. Yes, Falcor will be coming back. Don't worry, Jennifer. We're just going over water slides today. So now I'm just going to kind of go through the whole tumbler and knock off any of the little bumpies. So this is a tumbler that I just threw glitter on to show you guys the glitter color. So it's got imperfections for sure. I didn't have the base coat thick enough. But it was just a cup that I grabbed and was like, okay, I'm going to show you guys this glitter color on a tumbler. So if it's a tumbler that needs a lot of sanding, I actually use my belt sander. A hand sander or a belt sander. But for this one, it just has some little rough spots that I want to sand off. And also I'm trying to show you guys the abrased surface, the matte finish surface, so you can see what I do to fix it. So if you have not gone to the website today yet, under today's deals, there's a bunch of glitter that I put on sale today. This glitter is one. The 2 glitters from the other tumbler are 2 more. There's a bunch more. And also I put some of our bundles on super sale. I put some of the mica powder, the fall colored mica powders. I put a bunch of them on super sale, and I put a couple of the bundles that we guys have, you guys. I put them on super sale, like spectacular style sale. If you don't know what spectacular is, it's an annual event that we do. We call it Clear the Warehouse. We put stuff on super sale the week of Halloween. Congratulations on the new house. Battle boxes are not about being like the craziest, most gnarly, crazy idea cup. Sometimes they are. We love your crazy over-the-top ideas, and sometimes those win, but sometimes the simple cups win. We tell you guys all the time, it's not about being the craziest. It's about being creative, having fun, trying new things, camaraderie. So I'm just doing a gentle sand here along the edge. This cup is going to go from like a booby prize cup to really pretty. Do we know the dates of Spooktacular yet? I do, but I'm not going to tell you. We're giving the whole warehouse a full day of paid vacation that they didn't know about. We're going to give them a whole day off after Spooktacular. All right. So now this tumbler has a bunch of epoxy, sanded epoxy on it. So I'm going to just dust it off. I actually recommend washing your tumbler with soap and water. That's because Emily can't keep her mouth shut. Sorry, I'm being sassy. If you don't know, my best friend's name is Emily, and we give each other a hard time, and I'm not really mad at her. We sass each other. Because she says I can't keep my trap shut. She says I have no impulse control, and then she's the one spilling the beans on the dates. That little rascal spilled those beans. Well, then if you saw Emily yesterday, you got a sneak peek. Oh, Veronica. Girl. Well, you guys know it's Spooktacular. It's always around Halloween. But as it gets closer, we'll give you guys some more details. All right, so you can see now that the cup is actually matte finish. There's a couple little shiny spots that weren't rough, so they didn't need smoothing. But you can see it's very muted. Okay. Oh, this little nugget. Can you see her in my lap? Do you see this happening right here? She's plumb tuckered out. Okay, Bebop. I'm going to put you, there's a little dog bed by my feet. Go in there right there. Okay, I'm going to go get some spray paint. I forgot to grab the clear spray, but I forgot to bring it back with me. Oh my gosh, she loves Turbo so much. Oh, she just got so excited to see Turbo, she peed a little. Oh, little girl. Turbo just came in and she saw Turbo and she got so excited a little sprinkle came out. Sprinkle.
Come here, baby. Let me give you a kiss goodbye.
Okay. So now, what you do. Oh.
Give me the baby. Give me the baby. I see you ready to see. She sprinkled on me. Are you sprinkling?
Just tinkle, tinkle. Can you hand me one of those cups? There. I need a football. Tammy, stop it! You rascal! She didn't pee on me. She peed on the ground. She got so excited to see Turbo. And then my little hand touched her little lady parts when I picked her up because it's really hard not to touch them because she's so teeny. Your hand touches everything. Okay, so put on your football. Grab your clear gloss spray paint again because you need the surface to be shiny underneath your water slide. See you later.
I'll see you tomorrow.
See you later. Go home, go to sleep. So I'm tuckered out.
Yeah.
So you need a clear gloss surface. You need a glossy surface to put your water slide on. So you take your Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. Okay, and you coat your cup. And you take that surface back to a glossy surface. So this is how you avoid having to do another layer of epoxy before your water slide. You just clear gloss it, bring it back to super shiny. So see, it goes back to being shiny. Oh, sorry, there you go. See, you can see the shiny glossy surface again, as opposed to it being a matte finish. Let it dry. forget the butt. Oh, she's just chasing Turbo. Come on, Bebop. Okay. So we're going to let that one dry for a minute. Yes. All the water slides on the website are marked down to $3. And there's a bunch of new ones under today's deals today. So that's how you save yourself a coat of epoxy. That's how you make cool stuff with less money. You don't have to, Tony, you don't have to use the code to get the free water slide. You just have to add the free water slide to your order. Bye. Stop it. She's trying to get Turbo. She wants Turbo so bad. Okay, you're going on the ground, and Turbo's coming up here. Turbo gets some lap time. Whoop. He gets really jealous. Sorry, I'm trying to read comments. Oh no, the vent fan here sucks the air straight up. So no, it's not lingering in here. No, the sand marks do not show. So you can see here. It's just a glossy surface. Because we're using 220 grit. If we were using like 80 grit, yeah, it would be gnarly. You would be able to see like the lines. But because it's 220 grit, we're good. We're good. So we're going to let that dry. Okay. I went and got the decals that we spray painted back there. So you can see now the decal, how shiny it is from the clear gloss spray paint. Okay. Now, somebody was asking about putting a clear water slide on a dark surface. There's a couple things when you're working with colors. The darker the glitter color and the darker the base color and all that, the harder it's going to be to see your water slide because it's clear, it's transparent. It's going to show whatever's behind it through it. So if you put like a red glitter down and then you try to put this on, you're going to see this, but it's going to be more like a shadow because the red is also going to be behind this and this is not going to stand out. So let's say that you wanted to put let's say you wanted to take these roses. I don't have my acrylic paint set up. Otherwise, I would do this with you guys live. Let's say you wanted to take these roses and you wanted to put these on the tumbler, but you wanted the roses to look just like this. And you don't have printable vinyl and you don't have white water slide paper and you don't want to spend money on it. And all you have is water slide paper. You can take our acrylic markers. We have if you got the swag bag with the acrylic markers in there, you can take the white and you can color in the space with the white acrylic marker, let it dry, do a couple of layers of it. Or you can take acrylic paint and a paintbrush and paint right along the inside lines and all behind it. Right on the surface here, you would just paint this white, okay? White, 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 paint it white, paint it white, paint it white, paint it white, and then you would lay it down on the tumbler and do the face down method. So this is what kills me. Because everybody gave me a hard time about teaching to do the face down method. And then like magically everyone's like, oh, and then you can just put paint on it and do this. I'm like, oh, wait, now it's okay to do it because you're saying to do it. I'm not bitter or anything. Actually, that's one thing that really rips me because that made me real mad because I can't even tell you the influx of hate from companies and other people when I taught how to do that. And then I laughed because like, a year later, people are like, oh, you just painted it. And I'm like, oh, you mean? Yeah. So, anyhow, I'm not bitter or anything. I'm real, I'm a human. I'm not bitter, actually. It makes me laugh. The way that the epoxy industry and this Tumblr world works makes me laugh. Because I don't care that I get credit for that. I only care that somebody was telling me that it was wrong and up in my face. I'm like, I don't need to be like, oh, I was the first one to teach that. I don't care because I learned it from somebody else. Somebody else learned it from somebody else. I wasn't the first one to teach it. I taught it in the context of tumblers, but they just came out with so much hate. I do laugh. I'll tell you guys this one thing that makes me laugh. It cracks me up when people do something with their Tumblr and they film it and they put it on YouTube and they call it the Alicia method. Like, honey, there's very few things you can do with a tumbler now that don't have their roots based in what was being taught 2 years ago. Like you just took that and took that same idea and just use those techniques to make this tumbler. It's not a special method. And if it is, why are we putting your name on it? Nobody cares. It's just a fall tumbler. It's a cheetah tumbler. It's a Milky Way tumbler. We call them that because it looks like a Milky Way. But I'm like, this things where people name it after they. I jokingly named one Noel Nebula. So if you do not know that, I think I actually even changed the name because I was like, oh God, bleh, can't even stand myself. But I did that as a joke because my name is Summerwell. Jessica, yes, actually. So, anywho, got off track. Sorry. Bleep, blah, bloop. I know people need to feel important. And they're also trying to create a buzz about themselves and a following. I know why they're doing it. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. So if you want to put an image on a tumbler, I actually have a tutorial on this. You can actually go to take your image. You don't want to put the whole, you can use the picture on your tumbler. It's going to look funny. It's going to literally look like a picture on a tumbler. But if you take the image and take it to like a Kinko's or even like a Postal Annex, anywhere that does copies, pretty much everywhere does copies, and ask for laser copy, take the image, have them photocopy it with laser ink on photo print quality. Take that photo print, take Mod Podge. You can use Mod Podge. I prefer Gloss Gel Medium. It's called Gloss Gel Medium. It's a paint medium, but you can take Mod Podge. Take your tumbler, put Mod Podge where you want the image, stick your image on it. Get it really stuck. Oh, sorry. Put Mod Podge down. Paint Mod Podge on the front of the image. So it's really, really, really well saturated right on the top of the image. Put some Mod Podge on your tumbler. Stick it down. Rub it down. Put rubber bands around it to hold it, like put something over it and then rubber band it so it holds it in place really well, and let that completely dry. Okay. Then you once that's completely dry, you take water on your finger and you get it on there and you start rubbing. And just water. You can actually get it pretty wet. And you're going to start rubbing that paper away from the back of that surface. And when you get down to the bottom, you're going to rub, and you're going to actually end up with just the image that's going to stay, that inkjet printed ink, because it's waterproof, will stay saturated into the Mod Podge that it's stuck down to. But again, I say Mod Podge, but I'm actually teaching you guys with Gloss Gel Medium. Use Gloss Gel Medium. I have a tutorial about this, and I use the Gloss Gel Medium. You can find, if you just go into the art department of any hobby store or onto our Amazon shopping list, it's called Gloss Gel Medium. And you rub, and you literally rub that paper away. It takes a bunch of massaging. You can let it air dry, and when you air dry it, you'll start seeing some bits that are still white. That's where you need to go back through and rub. When it's wet, it looks like it's all gone. But when it air dries, you're going to see a few spots. Go back in, clean that all up, then let it completely dry, and then epoxy over the top, and your image will be left behind. So if you're going to be you want to do that on a light colored surface. You can also do that on wood. You can do that on any surface. Also, to get a really cool water slide look, same thing. Take the image, print it with go to a printer from Kinko's, whatever, get it printed. Yes, the Gloss Gel Medium will have no paint lines. How do you make a clear water slide show that has a lot of clear places that you don't want white? You can use the acrylic markers and draw the lines right on the lines. But if it's a clear water slide that has, and you want, it's kind of a oxymoron. No, it's not double negative. It's not going to work. It's not going to look good. You can, but I will tell you, if you want your water slide image to really show up, if you're struggling, that's with Sharpie. Yeah, but sorry, I'm missing comments. I'm sorry. Oh, okay, I'm going to finish one thought, honey, and then I'm going to come back to you. So the gloss gel medium, I'm going to finish the second step to doing the photo because I want to complete one question, and then before we jump onto another one. To also put a photo on there, you can do the same thing, get it printed on the laser paper, take packing tape, press put the packing tape on top of, on the image, rub it down really, 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 really well. Take the packing tape, dip it in water, and rub the paper away. And that image will stay attached to the packing tape as long as it's a laser printer. And then you can cut around the outside edges, and you've essentially made yourself a decal with your image on it. Tori, I can't answer that question. I don't know anything about your printer. You'd have to ask the manufacturer. Okay, so she was asking about, let's say you had this and you want that black to show up. Your best bet, if you're a good artist, would be to pencil in behind that with a black acrylic marker right on the lines, or double print it. So double printing is when you print, you make sure when you have your printer, let's say this is your printer and your paper's feeding in, those little arm thingies that are on the side that you slide into, like snug up against your paper, you make sure that those are snug right against the edges of your paper. Okay, you're going to print your image, it's going to come out, you're going to take the paper, put it is exactly in how you had it before. Don't turn the paper. Like if it went in like this, came out, pick it up, put it back in like this, and print it again, and it's going to double ink your image, so you'll get a more robust amount of ink on there, so it's going to show up a little bit better. No, you cannot make sublimation. Ink is completely different than regular ink. So I hope that helped you, girl. It's either going to be using acrylic markers, which if you got them in your swag bag, you just shake the acrylic marker, prime the tip, color it. Oh, hi, Amber. Yeah, it's going to make it more saturated in the ink tone. Okay, so now that tumbler is going to be, should be dry. It is, well, no, it's not. What? Okay, it's still gooey. Look. Hold on. Hold on. Clean that off. Oh, thank you for sharing the transfer paper tutorial. Yeah, I taught that a long time ago, but it still stands. It's still a really cool way to add images to your, it's a really cool way to add images. Also, if you have the water slide paper, you can take that into Kinko's or anywhere else that has a printer, because trust me, I didn't have the printers either when I first started, and I didn't have like good printers, like $400 or $500, and I didn't have that kind of money to invest because I was just making a few tumblers. And you can use cheap printers, but they use a ton. They're cheap. The printer itself is cheap, but the ink ends up being really expensive, and it's not going to print a super crystal clear image. So you can take in your water slide paper and ask them to print on your water slide paper, and they will do that. They'll do whatever you guys ask. You're paying the 60 cents for the print, as long as you have the file. So all you got to do is you generally email them the file. So if you have 8 images you wanted printed, arrange them on a Word document, email it to yourself, then you forward that email to them. They open the email, they put it into their printer, they print out your water slide sheet. All right, so let's jump into the next one. So then, okay, whoop. How many of you guys have hunted this down on the website and bought it? I should go look. So if you all missed it, the feather dish that you guys have so patiently waited for, it's been like 6 months, is back up on the website. It's under today's deals. Man. Alyssa messed with the number, so I just put a number in there. I wasn't even sure how many we ordered. So it looks like we've sold like 30 of them already. Oh, so Jennifer, if you know, on our website, every order that you place on our website at LittleLeeandRose.com, you can use the search bar and put in free, and it will pop up a free test water slide, and you can add a free test water slide to every order. So for example, we should do prizes. This is a free test water slide. So it's the same little water slide that I used. When we print these water slides out, if there's any room left on the paper, we put the image in really, really tiny and just use up, because I don't like to waste stuff. And we make these little tiny mini guys. And then this is a little test water slide. So it's a little mini. So that way, if you're not comfortable with water slide yet, you can practice. So like all those cute water slides I showed you yesterday, we've got them all printing. You guys are purchasing them. So there's the little mini one with this, a little cat, the cat mermaid, little skull, little gnomes. So these are all little test water slides. See, this is how I don't waste any product here. And then we cut these all individually, and then we have these in a little basket. And when you guys add a test water slide to your order, we just take one of these in and drop it in your little order. It comes with your little order. So you can add that to every single order. The only things we don't include them on are the battle boxes or the subscriptions. So if you order a battle box, if you order a swag bag or a sub box, they will not be, they don't come with that. Also, in case you guys haven't noticed, I put the UV glitter because we did the UV tumblers yesterday, and this is Presley. He goes white to blue. So he's white right now. If I put him under the UV light, he turns bright blue. And that is on super sale. There's only like 15 of these guys. And so it changes color in sunlight. It's Presley. We named it Presley because of blue suede shoes. So I don't know if there's any left yet. Somebody might have already snaked them. But that's, if you see Presley under today's deals, that is our UV changing glitter. Okay, real quick. Yes, you can print on inkjet. You just got to make sure you buy inkjet water slide paper or printable vinyl. Has to be for inkjet, because inkjet print ink and inkjet and laser printer inks are different. So you got to make sure you're buying the right paper for that printer. Yes, if you have an order and it's like 9 glitters and some decals and then a swag bag, you can add the decal. The only time it won't ship is if you're just ordering a swag bag and the test water slide, or if you're just adding a battle box and a test water slide. So if you're ordering other things with the order, yes, because you're gonna have the battle box. You guys, swag bag and the glitter sub box will be put on hold. But everything else you order will be shipping out the following shipping day. Yes, the test water slides are at random. You never know which one you're going to get. We just grab one out of the bucket. I had somebody get very upset with us because she was not religious and she got a religious one and she was really upset. And I said, "Do you sell tumblers?" She said, "Yes." I said, "So if somebody asks for a religious tumbler, are you not going to do it because you're not religious?" She's like, "No, I would take the order." I'm like, "Yeah, so a religious decal doesn't mean that you have to use it for yourself personally. You can put on the bottom of the tumbler or keychain. People still buy the things just because you're not religious. So you might get one that says, 'Eat, pray, love.' Sorry, you get what you get." I know. I'm like, we're not forcing a religion down your throat. We're just giving you a free test water slide. You can literally just stick it in water and stick it to the bottom of your flower pot to practice using a water slide. I'm like, well, some people also get upset about getting a skull, and they're like, it's not about what the image actually is, unless you want to use it for something fun. It's about practicing with these test water slides. I'm bringing up, we're doing prizes. I feel very snarky today. You guys, I'm so snarky. What's going on? It's like this puppy in my lap has me feisty. Dang, it's free. Yeah. It's free. We're doing prizes. Hold on, I'm bringing up my prize system. Okay, here we have rules for prizes now. Okay. You have to be present to win. You have to be present to win. I have to be able to find your address. If you're live with me, live, and you're not in our system, you just have to let me know. Because the hard thing is people get upset with us because they're not in our system. And then I don't hunt you down. Like I do not hunt you down to give you a free test water slide. You have to make it very easiest. Oh, Melissa, you would be surprised what is up in our customer service about complaints. It is crazy sometimes. I do not do customer service. I actually have the patience of a saint, but I take it very personal sometimes. So I'm not allowed to do customer service. I take it very personal. This is my company. It's my baby. So I don't do customer service. Dory is no longer, by the way, you guys, Dory is no longer customer service. She stepped back. She's like, it's a big job. And she was just doing it as like to help us. But it became too much. So please do not private message Dory. Do not send her private messages. It's actually against our Facebook rules, our guidelines for the group. Do not message her, please, personally. She's not going to help you with your customer service issue. She's not doing customer service anymore. Oh, Shady just says, toss mine in my order. So if you are on YouTube, because YouTube, all you guys have different names on YouTube. It's not generally your first name. It's like your screen name. So if I call out your screen name, you have to tell me your first name. You have to tell me whatever name is in our system, like in the comments really fast. I'm only going to count to like 15. And if I don't see your name, we're moving on because I can't wait for responses for like 20 minutes. It gets really boring for everybody else. So because YouTubers, your name is not the same as what it's in our system. So you have to, if I call your screen name out, immediately type your full name. I'm not going to say, give me your full name. Come on, give me your full name. I'm just going to say who the prize is, and I'm going to give it 15 seconds. And if their name hasn't popped up, we're moving on. Okay. I'm not trying to be a pain, but there's a lot of people watching live and they don't want to sit for 5 minutes while I try to collect your name. Okay. So here we go. Oh, where's my bags? I was all set up for this. Oh, they're literally in front of my face. Okay. So we're going to do some cute things today. I've got a bunch of prizes sitting here ready. I'm ready. So ready. I'm going to do a little test water slide. I'm going to actually give away test water slide bundles because some of these new test water slides are so cute. So I'm going to do, how many bundles does this make? Well, Halloween spookies. Also remember guys, when you get these things, please, remember you got to do one more coat of spray sealer. Also do that because I just went in and started grabbing things to give away today. And I'm not sure that these are sealed. So seal them if you want one of these. These little test water slides make such cute keychains or cute little things on the bottom of your tumblers. So people ask, like, what do you do for the bottom of your tumblers? I highly suggest not putting your information on the bottom because most people, if you were to poll people just randomly and said, if you spent $50 on a tumbler and it came with the person's contact information and website, would you be mad? I would be. And I've said that from the beginning. I've never, ever, ever put my contact information on the tumbler or my website or anything because I would be ticked if I spent that much money on the tumbler and I did not ask for that and it was just put on the tumbler. See, I feel very strongly about this, but I would not be happy as a customer and I wouldn't say anything. I would just never buy another tumbler because I'm not one that's going to complain openly. I just won't go back. That's me. I'm that person. Because a few times that I have actually been like, hey, this isn't cool. Like, as far as even like, because I'm a businesswoman, I'm like, as far as business goes, this isn't even a good idea for you and blah, blah, blah. And I get just burned. People get mad. They think that they know everything and that you can't possibly know more than them. And I don't do that anymore. All right. So that's what I would say. Just put something cute on the bottom. Give them a business card. If they like you a lot, they will remember you. Hey, you guys! The wheel's not done. Emily always has these big plans, like we're gonna do all this stuff, and then she leaves, and I don't have time for that. I'm busy making prizes and doing lives with you guys. Okay, so let's do one. We're gonna spin the wheel. Carol Blaze. Carol Blaze. Carol Blaze. Oh, there you are. Okay, you're getting the first little pack. Water slide. Mini. Oh, we gotta do mini water slide pack. All right, you're getting the first one, Carol. It's already in there. You don't even have to tell me your name. If it says your name on the screen and you're in our system, I can find you. So that's what I'm saying. That's easy. But that doesn't limit who can win a prize. You just got to tell me what your name is in the system. And if you're not in our system, I got to give you a code word that everybody will know, because I'm going to tell everybody on the line that you're going to message your address to our customer service. And if you don't get your address to our customer service, then I'm not responsible for getting you your prize. People get mad. I'm like, how in the world am I supposed to send you a prize? I don't know who you are. I know who you guys are. I'm like, I don't know your address. I don't know where you live. I'm not a crazy stalker. Okay, here we go. Emily got here just in time for me to give stuff away. Don't tell Emily what we're doing. All right, here we go. Tish Dawn. Now, because there's like 8 comments on the screen now, it's whoever lands in the middle. So Tish Dawn, you're getting a whole bunch of little test water slides. Tish Dawn, Tish Dawn. Tish Dawn is amazing, you guys. Everybody say thank you, Tish. She's always here helping you guys, answering questions, directing you guys, getting you links and stuff. Okay, Tish Dawn, you're getting another one. Oh, wait. You're getting a little mini water slide pack. Okay. I'm giving away water slides on the day that we're doing water slides. Okay. Oh, TD. Well, you know her and her comments is TD. Sorry, I'm reading somebody's funny comment. It's actually below the winner, but the comment's really funny. Carolyn Charles. Carolyn Charles. Carolyn Charles. There you are. If you are wondering how I give away prizes, I scroll the comments, and the comments go, and there literally is like a midsection in my comments, and whoever's directly in the middle is the one who's going to win. So Carolyn Charles. Carolyn Charles. And then we're going to jump right back into doing more water slides. I've got a really cool water slide tumbler that I'm excited to do. It's on a tumbler that has the live mix on it. Okay, got another one. Let's do this. Zoom, zoom. Jennifer Meeks. Right, Jennifer Meeks. Okay, another bundle. Here we go. That one, this one. I'm just saying, you guys, in the same pack, you're getting some skulls and some spiritual Bible verse ones. Don't be mad. Don't be mad at me. Don't hate the player. Okay, there we go. Got another one ready. Here we go. Zing. Okay, guys, here we go. So somebody's won, but they're labeled on here as Facebook user. So if you have not clicked on the link on Facebook in the description that says Summer is live from StreamYard, click here to tell her your name. You have to click that link. Otherwise, you can't win a prize. And you have to give permission for me to be able to see your name. Otherwise, it just shows you as Facebook user. Me. So yes, so as you see, people are commenting a whole lot because they want to be in. Mary Rodriguez. Technically, there's 2 winners here. Cassie Kent and Mary Rodriguez. They're kind of sharing the middle of the screen. So I'm going to give you guys both one. I have to pack them. Hold on. Just Somebody's getting an eyeball. So Cassie can't, oh, I gotta put these in. Oh my gosh. Cassie. Cassie. And they're both moderators. So I let my moderators win because they are volunteers. They love the prizes just as much as you do. So they're allowed to win just like you guys. Because they're volunteers. And that shouldn't disqualify you from getting cool stuff. Mary Rodriguez has actually won, and if it fits, it ships. And they both do love water slides. All right, here we go, here we go, here we go. This one's gonna get a couple of the same one. This one's actually gonna get a lot of the same one, but there's gonna be extras in there. All right, we're done. That was it. That was all the little water slides. We did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me make sure I have that many on here. Oh, I think I have 3 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 3 left. I thought I was doing them as I was. Ooh, okay. Sandy Smith, girl. I put in Smith, like I'd be able to find her by Smith. And a bajillion Smiths came up. A lot of Smiths in our system. So like I said, you don't have to be in our system to win, but you do have to be the aggressor and make sure we get your address. You just send it to our customer service. But I keep track. So if somebody wins, I write their name, their screen name on here, and then they will email with their screen name and their address, and then they win. So you can't sneak one over on me. You cannot just message our customer service because they will call you out. They will call you out. I see you, Sandy. Whoop. Okay, we're only gonna do one little one. Pamela Steinhorst. Pammy. Okay, oops. I don't know how many yet. Did I give 2 or 3 away? 2. I got 1 more. Okay, got one more. Yeah, sometimes I read the comments, but it just says Facebook user, so I don't know who is actually saying it. I can see you, Bridget. Here we go. Final prize of the night. Oh, it's kind of 2, so I'm going to have to make another pack. Okay, so looking around for an extra prize. Oh, I know. So somebody will randomly get the full-size water slides. I'm going to use this one and this one. Hold on, what do I got? This, I'm using this, and this. Okay, so I have 2 extra roses, so somebody's going to win a full-size one. But it'll be random. I'm not going to be able to. Oh, boy. Okay. Amanda Kramer is one. It's literally Amanda Kramer. Here we go. Her comment literally says, pick me. I picked you. Okay, so one of you is getting, okay, actually, okay. Amanda Kramer and Kristen Carruthers. It land on the line between you guys. Kristen. Kristen, I know you're in our system, girl. Why is it not bringing up your name? Is your name under something else? Oh boy, Kristen. Kristen, give me your full name in our system. I can see you, Kwajaline. Kristen Carruthers, is your name different in our system other than Kristen Carruthers? And it's Kristen Carruthers. Okay, why isn't it picking you up? Kristen, maybe. It's not picking you up, Kristen. Okay, I'm gonna write your name on this because I know you're in our system. It's not popping you up for me. Ugh, I don't have a pen. Oh, I do. It's not popping. This happens to me sometimes. It doesn't pop you up. I check the spelling. Sometimes it's my spelling. It's spelled perfectly right. Okay, moving on. So, Kristen, I wrote your name on yours, so we will reach out to you. I will reach out to you because I know you're in our system. It's not your fault. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so now we are going to work on, this is the tumbler I did with the live mix. K Jewelry Creations, it probably wasn't completely dry in between. I will be live tomorrow. Yes, Danette, I will be live tomorrow. It probably wasn't dry enough between the spray paint coats. Because if you got 3 coats of spray paint and they're painted on there to where the whole surface is glossy like this, the ink can't run out of there. It's sealed underneath all that spray paint. That spray paint ain't going anywhere. So you probably didn't put enough spray paint per layer. You're very welcome, Pam. Chris Fields, when did you get here? You guys don't know, Chris Fields is like my favorite friend in Texas ever. Chris Fields, when are you coming to visit? Okay, so this is, so Kristen, are you using laser water slide paper? Because there's laser water slide paper and there's inkjet print water slide paper. If you're using inkjet water slide paper with a laser printer, it's going to have issues. I did, Angela, you can rewatch in the live. It's just Rust-Oleum clear gloss spray paint. Oh, Matthew, you like my skull? It's a girly skull, Matt, but it's a creepy kind. Can I put gloss over semi or matte and fix it? Yes. Hold on, I'm running out of battery. Plug you in. Okay, so we're gonna now do some more water slides. Oh, it's 7:18. Yes. Okay, so we're gonna do this really quick. Sorry, we did a lot on this live today, and so we're running way behind. Okay, so we're gonna put on the skull, and we're gonna put on the chesticles. We're gonna do this whip. I'm just gonna do this really fast because I am at my time allotment for the night. I need to go see my kiddos. We'll do some more water sliding tomorrow because we have the other cup too. So remember, I had to trim around the outside edge. It's a skull. You're right. It's a skull. Whether it's a girly skull or a masculine skull. Masculine. So I had to trim around the outside of the edge of the water slide, remember, because the spray paint would seal up the edges because I spray painted just the square. And so to keep that edge from being stuck down, because sometimes if you just take, sorry, I'll start over. If you just take this decal just like this and you put a clear coat spray paint over the top, the spray paint will seal those edges down. So you actually have to retrim that edge to get a fresh edge before you do your decal. So I'm going to prep while we're waiting for that one. In the water. And again, I'm using room temperature water. Chesticles. All right, so I'm going to take this one. I'm going to do the face down method. I'm going to place it on the tumbler. Make sure it's straight. Press it down firmly. Again, remember I learned this from watching model cars being made. Lay it down nice and smooth. Take the slimy side of the paper. Use it to press out any bubbles. You can also use your fingers. Okay, beautiful. Okay, we're gonna chuck that in the trash. Okay. Hi, Peggy. Yes, I'm still live. I'm generally live from 5:30 to 7:30. Okay, now we're going to do a spider web. Lay it down here. Press. And this is nothing. I used to do 4-hour lives. We used to call them marathon lives because I would get teaching you guys stuff and then I would get distracted and I would be live for 4 hours. And Facebook would turn me off because they're like, you've been live way too long. And they would just turn off the channel. Gone are those days. The triplets are now older. So there we go. We're starting to come together. When I'm placing this down, by the way, you guys, I'm being very, very gentle. You can see it's on this foam. It's really nice. It's going to hold it in place real well. Cutting around the edge of the decal. That'll freeze up that edge so the decal will slide right off the paper. Again, if you don't cut around the edge when you've sealed, it will not release from the paper properly. I'm going to put this one along the top. Press it down. Press and slide. Take the slimy side of the paper. Use it to press out any air bubbles. You can also use your finger. I'll show you guys all the ways. Beautiful. Very gently lay that down. Needs another second. Oh, I forgot I was going to do the flowers. Dang. Oh, bother. Here we go. Okay. Flowers in. face down, press. Slide. Okay, that in there. Slide. Little zhuzh on the bottom. Don't forget your butt. A little fun flower down there. Without any air bubbles. Okay, rest this here. That needs another second. Okay. This is applying, how to apply water slides really fast. Sorry, chirps. Okay, now we're gonna go to the bottom. So what I was doing was I was sizing that other one to fit the bottom. Oh yeah, clear water slide is the one, if you want to be able to see your glitter, then that's why you want to use clear water slide. It's going to allow you to see that glitter. All right, so actually press and slide away from the other water slide. So if I was a customer, I would be much happier about this on the bottom of my tumbler than a big gaudy decal that says your name and address. Now, again, it's personal preference. You can do whatever you want. It's your business. It's your company. But I'm just telling you from a consumer point of view, they're probably not going to want it. So if you tell your customers that you're going to be adding that and they're okay with it, then go for it. But if I wouldn't make it a surprise for the customer after they've received their tumbler. All right. So here, this is a beige base, like a taupe base. No, it's not taupe. It's lighter than taupe. It's a beigey base with the Live Mix 2 over it, with a little shimmer over the top of it. And these are a bunch of the new water slides that were listed yesterday on the website. I'm probably going to make some more of these little mini flower ones and place them around here. I want this to be a really busy cup, so I'll stick them into all these empty hole little places. And maybe I'll take some of these spider webs and shrink them down and do some little things in there. But there you go. Oh yeah, if there's wrinkles in the clear part, you can use an X-Acto knife and slice it and then push them out. Thank you. Whoever said that's beautiful, Summer, you got to go click the link so I can see your name. And there's the little butt. All right, so we're going to let these dry up overnight. We still have the other tumbler to do the epoxy, the one where I showed you how to get a clear surface on your tumbler. If you missed the beginning of this live or you're just jumping in now, I highly recommend this live. It's got me being sassy in it, but also I teach a lot of techniques with the water slides. We did a full 2 hours on water slides alone. So it's all the ins and outs of water slides, different ways to apply them, troubleshooting through them, and how I seal my water slides, how I work with my water slides, and all such and sort things. So I'm going to jam out, you guys. I had fun with you guys today. I will put some on my glow-in-the-dark tumbler. It looks amazing on glow-in-the-dark tumblers because the pattern covers up a little bit of the glow, so you see the image behind it. Yeah. So I hope you guys had fun today. I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right. Bye, guys.